We're at 43 Wilson Road on a pre-purchase inspection on the sanitary lateral. Going to try to go in through this clean out at the rear of the basement next to the garage door. It's a smaller, like 1.5 inch, and hopefully it should open up and we'll be able to push all the way out to the street. But looks like the main is on the short side, so it should be like underneath the closer sidewalk on this side of the street. So hopefully we can get all through this with no issues. But we're looking for any structural issues, any root intrusion, stuff like that, things that may cause backups or issues in the future. Okay, this looks like cast iron under the floor here. It is a little bit above the floor, it's cast iron. This looks like clay right here, so I guess we've already transitioned into clay under the house. Which is usually good. It's common for this age of house. At least it doesn't rot or decay, oxidize like cast iron would. That was just a little bit of toilet paper there sitting in the pipe. If we do have something in front of us for a little bit, should be able to, once we get all the way to the main, should rinse off and be able to see more on the way back. It does look like maybe a tiny bit of roots here coming in. That may be where like a downspout or something is tied in. Again, a little bit more roots. I can stop and get a locate on that when I pull back. It's hard to really tell what that is, if it's just goo buildup where a pipe's coming in, or if that is, does seem like it's actually a little bit of tree roots. So we'll note that. It's about between 73 and 74 feet, and when I pull back I'll get a locate on that. A little bit more. So yeah, this is probably just a little bit of root intrusion. It's not something that would be real uncommon with this pipe material and the edge of the house. These have, you can see, there's a joint about every 3 feet on this pipe, and over 60, 80 years they tend to be, trees tend to find their way in. In fact, here's a pretty big root ball here. See if we can get by it. think I got past it, but now I can't see anything. Okay, well, I'm stopped. Looks like we have a bunch of roots here. I think I'm gonna kind of see where I'm at too, in relation to where the main is, to see how far out we've gotten. It's showing me like 94 feet, so I'm going to pause the video and turn the transmitter on and get a locate here. Okay, so good news is we're only about 4-5 feet from the main. The main, like I said, is in the sidewalk on this side of the street. It's on Wilson. It kind of follows the driveway out to Wilson, and so we've made it pretty much, right next to where the main is, and it shouldn't be. And it also looks like there's a tree that is in the same area that has been cut down. Now, tree roots can grow for anywhere from 5 to 10 years, depending on what kind of tree it is and who you talk to, really. But so it's a good indication that this was taken down, but it could have been recently. It does look like the stump is still in pretty new shape, so could take a few years, and this will need some maintenance. I don't believe it has backed up yet, but it's getting relatively close if I can't get my camera through it, being that my camera is only about 1 inch in diameter. It does seem like it's creeping into the flow line, which is where the water passes, and so I would recommend a good cleaning just to make sure that you don't have an issue, and then maybe another one in a few years, or a chemical treatment once a year maybe, just to be sure that you don't have any issues. And then I think once you get beyond that 5 to 7 year period, you should be good for a while, knowing that they had cut down the tree that looks like it was causing these roots. So I'm going to go ahead and pull back. I'm going to try a little bit to see if I can get past it. It does look like maybe there is a turn down here or something, which when they rotate it, maybe that's part of the issue. It kind of leaves a little bit more of a gap there in the pipe when they do that, as they're turning it, and maybe that's why the weak spot was there. But we're going to go ahead and pull back and try to record a little bit. Hopefully there's not a bunch of stuff left on the camera from pushing up against this. Okay, we're going to end the inspection here. The reason why I didn't stop and locate that at about 74 feet is because it became a moot point when we found the larger group of roots further down. So this is going to need a cleaning. The other one would just have been to take a note, but I did locate and mark approximately where the roots are. It's about 6 foot deep or so, and so they'll know how far they need to go out to get to those roots and clean that area. But again, a good cleaner will be able to tell when they reach that point, and hopefully be able to tell how much they're getting out of it. But that's the end of the inspection at 43 Wilson Road.